All right, I'm here this morning. I'm solo shot this morning. My co-host Paul is away camping for the weekend, so I didn't even know if I was going to even do anything. But I figured, well, I'll do a little bit of something just to keep the momentum going here on the podcast. So first of all, before I even get going with what I'm really going to do this morning, I'd like to take you back 2 weeks ago when we did the podcast with the Dean Pierce as our guest, and it was all about the benefit for Samuel Benshoff at Poor Man's. Last evening, the event actually happened at Poor Man's. I was able to be there for. I was there from like 4 to 5 before I had to head up the street and set up for trivia at Old Republic. But while I was there, it did seem to be generating some interest. There were some people there. I'm sure that later on in the evening, there was probably more people than when I was there, but at least when I was there, it seemed to be drawing a little bit of a crowd, which was nice. And so hopefully our podcast helped get word out about the event, and hopefully they raised a lot of money over there last evening. Anyway, what I decided I'm going to do today, and it's not going to be as long as our normal 45, 50-minute podcast, but I decided since I'm on my own, I'm just going to sort of give a little taste of if anybody was ever interested in attending one of my trivia nights and just hasn't gotten there or isn't sure how it works. It's very simple. If you show up, you can play by yourself. You can play on a team. It costs you nothing at any of the venues. And basically, I hand out a blank paper where you write your answers down. You write your answers on the paper, again, as an individual or a group. At the end of every round, I will give you the answers, the correct answers, and you simply correct your own paper. And I come around and get your score. Round 3 is usually a picture round. Rounds 1, 2, and 4, I'll read you 10 questions and a bonus. And, there's really no rules other than no looking answers up on your cell phone. I'm not a phone police at my trivia. You can have your phone out. You can be doing whatever you want with your phone, except looking up answers. I don't seem to really have any issues with that or any issues with people correcting their own paper and trying to, fudge the answers after the fact. I never have anybody get real close to getting all the questions right. So therefore, I'm assuming nobody's really cheating. If they are, they're really not doing a good job of it. So hopefully they're just not doing it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here for a little bit this morning is I dug out an old trivia round, and I'm basically going to read the questions so anybody out there can see sort of the type of questions. All my trivia, unless otherwise noted, is random trivia. It could be questions about anything and everything. I feel doing it that way gives everybody a chance. Everybody in the building any given night has a chance of knowing a couple answers. Occasionally a venue hire me to do a special theme night, and that is usually publicized as such, particularly made up as a Facebook event page describing the event and the theme. But other than that, my trivia is random, like it's going to be here this morning. And I have my old co-host here. A couple of you people might remember her from years ago. Her real name is Epiphany. Her nickname is Piffy. And today she's actually going to play the role of Alexa. And Alexa just turned on. I am actually just going to ask some trivia questions to Alexa, and then we're going to see how well she answers them. And, is she going to get them all right or not? So here we go. I'm just going to read down this list of questions that I have in front of me. Same questions that people at Big Dog, Wacker Brewing, the Effort of VFW, possibly Old Republic, have all heard in the past. So I just pulled one out because I'm probably not going to use it again, at least for a couple of years. So here we go. I'm going to have to summon her, but Alexa, who was the pilot that was in history's
Here's something I found on the web. According to wikipedia.org,
Alexa,
Paul,
stop. She got a little anxious there. Alexa, stop. All right, we'll try again. Alexa, who was the pilot during history's first fatal plane crash?
Here's something I found on the internet. The first plane crash occurred on September 17, 1908. Orville Wright was flying an airplane in Fort Myer, Virginia when a propeller split. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. She got that one right. The answer to that was it was indeed Orville Wright, the first person ever killed in a fatal plane crash in history. Alexa, Cape Fear is located in what state? Alexa, Cape Fear is located in what state?
Cape Fear is located in United States.
In what, Alexa, in what U.S. state is Cape Fear located?
Here is what I found. Cape Fear, North Carolina is a township in the state of North Carolina.
Correct on that as well. Cape Fear is located in North Carolina. Alexa, what was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of?
Here's something I found on the web. According to folksy.com, Frosty has cute coal eyes and a carrot nose.
I disagree. My answer for that question is that Frosty the Snowman's nose was actually made out of a button. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys out there to investigate that. I do tend to research my answers before I take them to a trivia thing. I look up most of my questions on the internet. But if the question appears with an answer, I typically Google it anyway to try and eliminate everybody and their brother running up to me and telling me, "Oh no, you're wrong," and bringing their phone and whatever. So I do actually research most of the stuff prior to taking it to a live venue. Alexa, what does Gesundheit mean?
The interjection Gesundheit is usually used to wish good health, especially to a person who has just sneezed.
Alexa, what does the word Gesundheit mean in German?
Gesundheit in English is health.
She had a pretty German, sexy kind of accent on that. Let's listen to that again. Alexa, what does Gesundheit mean in German?
Gesundheit in English is health.
That is correct. Alexa, Norbert in the Harry Potter stories is what kind of creature?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, Norbert in Harry Potter is what kind of creature?
Here's something I found on the web. According to thesbrewspitz.com, Norbert is the adorable fire-breathing baby dragon hatched by the part giant Rubeus Hagrid.
That is also correct. Alexa, what song was named for the tin-roofed cabin where the B-52s recorded Rock Lobster?
This might answer your question. Fred Schneider, Kate Pearson, and Cindy Wilson sang in Rock Lobster by the B-52s.
Well, that wasn't quite the answer I'm looking for. My question again, Alexa, what 1989 song was named for the tin roof cabin where the B-52s wrote Rock Lobster?
Here's something I found on the web. According to wikipedia.org, the inspiration for the song was a cabin around Athens, Georgia, with a tin roof, where the band conceived Rock Lobster, a single from their debut album.
All right, well, she got the gist there. The answer I was looking for, the name of the actual song that came from that tin roof cabin was Love Shack. Alexa, The Grand Coulee Dam is on what river?
Here's something I found on the web. According to kidsearch.com, the Grand Coulee Dam is a dam on the Columbia River in the United States state of Washington.
That is correct. Alexa, in what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle take his 20-year nap?
Here's something I found on the web. According to CourseHero.com, it was during this time that he first saw the Catskill Mountains, which set the scene for his character Rip Van Winkle's 20-year sleep.
That is correct. It was the Catskill Mountains. Alexa, when a CB radio user asks, "What's your 1013?" what is he asking?
Here's something I found on the web. According to wikipedia.org, code page 1013, CCS 1013, also known as CP 1013, is the code page for the United Kingdom version of ISO 646, ISO 646 GB, IR4, specified in BS 4730.
All right, she's way off track on that. When a CB radio user does ask, "What's your 1013?" they're asking about the weather or the road conditions. Alexa, give me the two Detroit Lion running backs who both won a Heisman Trophy and both wore number 20.
Here's something I found on the web. According to Thesportster.com, he and Reggie Bush both won Heisman trophies during their run.
That is, she was stumped on that one. The answer, what two-star Detroit Lion running backs of the past both won a Heisman Trophy and both wore number 20? The answer to that question is Barry Sanders and Billy Sims. Now here's a bonus question. Alexa, what organization formed their first chapter in San Bernardino, California in 1948?
A top result is San Bernardino Mountain Trails, 100 Hikes in Southern California, by John W. Robinson. A print version. It's $18.95, with delivery by tomorrow. I added it to your Amazon cart for review.
Please remove
To
that from my
purchase,
cart.
say buy it now. To hear about the Kindle ebook
Alexa,
version,
stop. Before I end up buying something I have no interest in. While she's turning off over there, that bonus question again, she had no clue. What organization formed their first chapter in San Bernardino, California in 1948? Hell's Angels. All right, we're going to move on to what would be round number 2 real quick here. Alexa, who was the wife of the biblical king Ahab?
here's something I found on the web. According to wikipedia.org, Jezebel was a biblical figure, the wife of King Ahab.
That was correct. Alexa, Michael Jordan is the owner of what NBA team?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, born February 17, 1963, also known by his initials MJ, is an American former professional basketball player and the principal owner of the Charlotte Hornets of the National Basketball Association, NBA.
That was correct. Charlotte Hornets. Alexa, what was the first name of television's Kojak?
Here's something I found on the web. According to wikipedia.org, Kojak was an American action crime drama television series starring Telly Savalas as the title character, New York City Police Department Detective Lieutenant Theo Kojak.
All right, she got that right. Theo was Kojak's first name. Alexa, Tell me the last U.S. state to have a Walmart store.
Here's something I found on the web. According to TripSavvy.com, Hawaii was the last state to enter the Union in August 1959.
All right, she didn't quite understand that, but for your sake, the last U.S. state to have a Walmart store built within its boundaries was Vermont. Alexa, what is the only state quarter with an automobile pictured on it?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Casetext.com, the Legend California State Automobile Association in small lettering, approximately a quarter of an inch high, appears on the half-inch blue border of the diamond.
Again, she wasn't quite coherent on that question. The only state that has an automobile pictured on its state quarter is Indiana. Number 6. Well, not that she cares. Alexa, give me the name of the rock band that sang the song Telegraph Road.
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org, Telegraph Road is a song by British rock band Dire Straits, written by Mark Knopfler.
She got that right. Alexa, what was Rudy of Notre Dame fame's full name? Rudy of Notre Dame.
Here's something I found on the web. According to LATimes.com, Daniel Rudy Rudiger, the Notre Dame football walk-on immortalized in the 1993 film Rudy, threw out the first pitch before Thursday afternoon's Orioles series finisher against Tampa Bay.
All right, well, she elaborated on that, but she was correct. Daniel Rudiger was the full name of the Rudy of Notre Dame. Alexa, name the Saturday Night Live character who always said, "I must say."
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org, another popularization of air quotes was the character Bennett Brower, played on the sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live by Chris Farley, an aggressive but socially awkward commentator who used air quotes to mock societal expectations of him.
Actually, she's wrong on that. Maybe didn't understand the question. But the question again, for your sake, the Saturday Night Live character who made the line, "I must say," famous was Ed Grimley. Alexa, when the letter Q is added to a stock ticker symbol, what does it mean?
Here's something I found on the web. According to FloridaWeekly.com, other exchanges may use a Q to indicate that a company is in bankruptcy.
That is correct. If a Q gets added to the end of a company's stock or ticker symbol, it does indicate bankruptcy. Alexa, who was the first woman to appear on a Wheaties box?
Here's something I found on the web. According to liveabout.com, among the other recognition, Mary Lou Retton was the first woman to be featured on the front of a Wheaties box, and she became a spokeswoman for the cereal brand.
She's right on that. Mary Lou Retton in 1984 became the first woman ever to appear on a Wheaties box. All right, we're going to do one more round with Alexa, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for today. Again, not going to be near as long as some of the other podcasts, but I do want to remind you before I forget about it and before we get too far into this, next week on Friday, we're going to have a guest. Paul will be back, and we're going to have a guest on our show. She's going to talk about a book that she's publishing. Her name is Christina Deal. She is a local realtor, but she's also looking to publish a book that deals with particularly single females becoming financially responsible, stable, possibly even rich. I don't know. But she's going to, be here to talk about her book, and we'll probably talk about some other stuff. I believe we're only going to start at 11:30 next week. She couldn't quite make it by 10:30, so we're just going to push it back an hour, which will just move me and Paul's lunchtime back a little bit, which is fine. All right, Alexa. Alexa, what game piece in Monopoly is closest to actual real life size?
Here's something I found on the web. According to reference.com, there are several variations of this game played on several board sizes, including the international version, which is played on a 10 inches square board, and the American version, which is played on an 8 inches square board.
All right, now we know more about boards than I care to, but the actual answer to my question, which game piece in the game of Monopoly is closest to its actual real life size? And your answer to that is the thimble. Alexa, at what time of day does daylight savings time begin?
Here's something I found on the web. According to nidailynews.com, daylight saving time begins at 2 a.m. on the second Sunday in March and ends on the first Sunday in November at 2 a.m.
She's correct on that. The official time that daylight savings begins and ends is 2 o'clock in the morning. Alexa, what was the name of the beach of the bloodiest battle on D-Day?
Here's something I found on the web. According to foxnews.com, Omaha would be the bloodiest of the D-Day beaches.
She's right on that. The answer to the question was Omaha Beach, the site of the bloodiest battle on D-Day. Alexa, who wrote the Janis Joplin song Me and Bobby McGee?
Here's something I found on the web. According to biography.com, the hit single Me and Bobby McGee from the posthumous album Pearl was written by Janis Joplin's former lover, Kris Kristofferson.
That is correct. Kris Kristofferson actually wrote the song Me and Bobby McGee for Janis. Alexa, Fez is the third largest city in what country?
Here's something I found on the web. According to fredonia.edu, Fez is the third largest city in Morocco.
All right, she got that right. Fez is indeed the third largest city in Morocco. Alexa, what is the mascot of the basketball team on One Tree Hill?
Here's something I found on the web. According to fandom.com, the Tree Hill Ravens were a group of popular, cocky, and athletic jocks who collectively made up the basketball team.
All right, then. She is right. The nickname of that basketball team was the Ravens. Alexa, what is the actual title of the CNC Music Factory hit, often referred to as Everybody Dance Now? All right, she shut down on that one. Alexa, what was the name of the CNC Music Factory song, often called Everybody Dance Now?
Here's something I found on the web. According to genius.com, Gonna Make You Sweat, Everybody Dance Now is a hit song by American dance group C&C Music Factory.
Well, she understood at that time. And indeed, the actual title of that CNC Music Factory song that everybody knows as Everybody Dance Now is actually Gonna Make You Sweat. Alexa, what dark volcanic glass is used to make scalpel blades?
Here's something I found on the web. According to hubpages.com, obsidian is usually deep black in color and it is used for making arrowheads, spear tips, jewelry, and even scalpels, as well as being great to add to rock collections.
All right, she got that one right. The dark volcanic glass used to make scalpel blades is known as obsidian. All right, I got one more question to ask her. And again, this is a little shorter than our normal. Just wanted to do a little something for everybody that might be wanting to tune in later. And again, next week, we're back to full staff. Paul will be back. Christina Deal will be here. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll have some more viewers next week. I was actually not expecting any live viewers this morning, and that's perfectly okay. This, will be saved, as all our videos are, on the Retro Bar Podcast YouTube channel. Final question. Alexa, what was Fred Rogers' middle name, which is also the mailman's name on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
Fred Rogers' middle name is McFeely.
All right, she's correct. Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, his middle name was indeed McFeely. And he also used that name to give the speedy delivery mailman on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood a name. All right, that is all I'm going to test Alexa with today. She did pretty good. She didn't get them all right, but she got most of them right. She would be fairly competitive at a night of trivia. However, she's not allowed to be there. Don't bring any of your Alexas with you. And again, I'd like to thank everybody who does eventually watch this episode. This is episode 10 of the Retro Bar Room Podcast. I'm going to sign off for now. Have a great rest of your weekend, and hopefully you found a little bit of fun out of watching this.